What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here today with some more Resident Evil lore. I am not German, so if I butcher some of these names, I am sorry. So as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about Neuschwanstein Castle. And I'm sure this castle has inspired a lot of Resident Evil games, with hidden passageways and tunnels, and also rooms within rooms that nobody knows are even there. So guys, here we have King Maximilian II. He was the king in Bavaria in Germany, and he became the king of Bavaria in 1848. So here we have King Maximilian's castle. But the castle didn't always look this good. In 1833, when Maximilian was a crown prince, he had the castle rebuilt, which was finished in 1837. And the name of this castle is Schloss Hohenschwangau. Sorry, I most definitely butchered that. So now we're on to Maximilian's son, King Ludwig II. He became the king of Bavaria after his father's passing in 1864. Ludwig's father died of a pneumonia and a long list of health conditions. And King Ludwig became the king of Bavaria at a very young age, only 18. King Ludwig grew up in his father's castle, and when he was a child, King Ludwig spoke a lot about fairy tales. So, King Ludwig II had Neuschwanstein Castle commissioned in 1869. So here we have the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle. This castle also inspired Disney, which they then made the Sleeping Beauty Castle from. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what the hell has this castle got to do with Resident Evil? So, in Resident Evil 1, when Mr. Big Ol' Barry Burton's on his knees in the dining hall...
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues.
I think I'm getting a clue.
I'll be examining this.
So in Resident Evil 1, in the iconic hallway, once the zombie stops munching on Kenneth's head, you can see the painting in the background, which is Neuschwanstein Castle. And in Resident Evil 1 Remake, it's in the piano room. It's also in the training facility in RE 0 and one of the merchant's rooms in Resident Evil 4. So when King Ludwig II was a child, he loved fairy tales, and the tales Miranda reads to Rose sound very similar to the ones he likes.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes...
What is with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale. Besides, Rose doesn't seem to mind.
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank God. We moved here so that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
King Ludwig II gave vivid instructions to the people building his castle to have secret rooms and secret passageways throughout the whole castle. He was also quoted saying, "I want rooms inside of rooms, only I will know about." And in Resident Evil 8, Castle Dimitrescu is heavily inspired by King Ludwig's castle in Bavaria, which also has a lot of secret rooms and passageways and basements. And I also think a lot of Resident Evil games were inspired by this castle. Here's one example from Resident Evil 2. You literally have a room inside a room. This is just one example out of hundreds. You will know yourself if you have played any RE game. So moving back onto King Ludwig now and how his story ended. In 1886, the German government sent a psychiatrist out to King Ludwig's castle. One of the psychiatrists, Bernard von Gudden, diagnosed King Ludwig II with paranoia and schizophrenia. The German government then stripped him from being a king, which was in March 1886. 3 months later, June 13th, Ludwig and his psychiatrist were out taking a walk in Bavaria at Lake Starnberg. A few hours later, after Ludwig was with his psychiatrist, Ludwig's body was found in the lake. Nobody knows how Ludwig died, as he was a strong swimmer from a young age. This leaves many mysteries about Ludwig's death. Nobody knows what actually happened to him. This is the lake in Bavaria he was found in, and this is where he's buried, in the crypt in St. Michael's Church, Munich. So, make sure to let me know your thoughts down below. What happened to Ludwig? Did his psychiatrist kill him? Or did he commit suicide in the lake? There's also a lot of stories that a lot of King Ludwig's personal jewellery items are hidden around the castle, in secret nooks and crevices. It's also been said by construction workers, when doing repairs on the castle, a lot of strange things happen. So apparently they can hear footsteps in one room, and when they go in and check, there's nobody there. Also noises of water swishing around, as if they were at the seafront or beside a strong lake. So guys, that's all we have for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. And a really cool thing I found here in this area of Resident Evil 2, we're going to zoom in now, is 2 engravings of gargoyles.